Norma Sepulveda, Mayor of the City of Harlingen.
And Mayor, you were at, as almost all the mayors from the Rio Grande Valley, you were at that very big event at the Bert Ogden Arena in Edinburgh last week, the Rio Grande Valley Partnership Economic Summit for 2023. By all accounts, everyone was super excited about the unity, about the future, the valley working together. Your thoughts on it overall?
I thought it was a wonderful event. It's a historic event. This is the first time ever that you have all of the mayors and the county judges all in one room promoting unity, promoting the Rio Grande Valley, and deciding, it's better that we work together. Collaboration is always going to win over competition. We heard some eloquent speakers, right? I know Alex spoke about going to a conference many years ago and looking at how other areas within our state had already been way advanced and working regionally to be able to get those federal dollars, those state dollars to their communities, and that unfortunately the Rio Grande Valley hadn't really caught on, right? That working together that we can move forward and deliver right for our communities. So this is something that has been in the works, in the process. You saw the merging of the MPOs. So this, I think, is just falling in line right with that. In fact, I think that this is most likely going to go down in history as a different era, right, for the Rio Grande Valley. The governor coming down here to witness all 47 mayors sign a pact to be able to work together so that way we can compete on a global stage is truly historic.
In the governor's remarks, he referenced Dallas as an example. He said all those peripheral cities that surround Dallas, they all work together with the big city. And he said Irving, Texas, perhaps gets some of the big projects, but the whole region benefits. That's a sort of mentality perhaps hasn't been seen in the valley before. Now, if Harlingen or Brownsville or Mission, McAllen, whatever, were able to land a big project, the whole valley would benefit. Are we thinking now that all the cities will work together to land that project and it doesn't really matter which part of the valley gets it?
Absolutely. We talked a little bit, or at least I talked a little bit about these invisible boundaries in our communities, that we were there to acknowledge that there's these invisible boundaries and that they have stifled growth in our community because of the fact when you have these big companies coming into our region, they don't care that a potential site lies within 2 cities or 2 counties. They care about the skilled workforce. They care about the ability to have incentives from the local EDCs. They care about support. They care about regulation. They care about green spaces for their employees. And so I think it's important that we work together to highlight the positives within our individual cities and put them together to be able to sell the region instead of our individual cities. And I will tell you that even though this is something that we formalized at the summit, this is something since day one that I took office that I've been working towards. I've been in contact with the mayors in Cameron County and Hidalgo County. We work really well together. This is a different leadership, if you will. And so we have been doing that within our counties, and now bringing in Star and also Willacy County to make us even stronger, I think is going to benefit our entire region.
Okay, does this mean that perhaps all the EDCs or a bunch of them will merge and will operate as one entity for a bigger region than just their community?
I think right now the idea is for the EDCs to be working hand in hand, to collaborate. The partnership has been great in providing an opportunity to have a platform through their website to be able to highlight all of the EDCs together. I think it is important to have local folks within our EDCs representing our individual communities because obviously they know best, right? They live, they work within the city of Harlingen, so it's important to have that representation. But I wouldn't say that it'd be far-fetched to have potentially another type of organization that has representatives within each of the cities or at least within those counties. My role at the summit was to represent not just Harlingen but Cameron County, and Mayor Ramiro's role was to represent Edinburgh and Hidalgo County. And I do feel that that's going to be more of opportunity to be able to share what we have going on within our cities and our counties and merging those visions together.
And my last question, those superlatives that the governor was mentioning, like the valley's the future Texas, you would concur with all of those very positive remarks?
Absolutely. When you look at the Rio Grande Valley, and we are 1.5 million people strong. We look at Mexico, they have another 1.5 million just across the border. Together, binational population makes us stronger than any other city or metroplex within the state of Texas. The city of Harlingen is 80,000 strong, but together we're 1.5. We are at our borders, we are the gateway for all the goods that come into our community that feed the world. So it is important that the RGV has that stage and has that opportunity to be able to compete for the same projects that our sister cities do all across the state.
Mayor Sepulveda, thank you. Those are all the questions. Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you. Thank you so much for covering this. I know it's important.
Thank you so much.
Sure.